tour number 1. Are we ready?
Yeah.
We are gonna go to the KPL as per the recommendation of Cord, but also the wedding planner. And I'm very excited to ask all my questions. I got my book right here. And my fiance in the back. Hi.
I'm just here for support.
For moral support. Thanks for coming, honey. We're gonna ask all the questions and see how it goes and how the KPL adds up with our planning. Let's go.
Butter croissant, please. Thank you.
Canadian stop. First things first.
Gotta take care of business.
Tim Hortons, baby.
Hi.
So the catering company would be serving the alcohol. Would there be a difference if we provide our own or if it's a host bar and they do it because they would have their license? So would we still need that permit, or under their licensing we would be okay? How does that work?
If they are licensed to operate bar off-site, you're good. You don't need
Awesome.
additional license.
Okay, perfect. That's great.
And then we did ask this last time and it was a maybe we'll find out kind of thing that we were going to touch base back with you about pets being allowed.
I still have an answer for that, but it is a work in progress.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out sort of like what that would mean and how it would be received by the general public. So I don't have an answer yet.
Right.
But I can keep you posted as soon as I know.
Awesome.
So for signage, for directing guests, what would that look like? Is it standard? Is it Kitchener Public Library branding? Like what kind of, do you have pictures of examples of what the signage would look like? Just because I know that was included, but I wasn't sure what it looked like and if, you know, it could be spruced up or anything.
There's this large, like, iPhone looking kiosk that's in the welcome space. As soon as you enter the library, you're looking at this large, like, iPad. And that would be customized to say,
cool.
on Gordon's wedding with your date. And if you've got a theme, if you've got some, like, colors theme you're working with or artwork you're working with and you want to send it over, we would, like, make that look as similar as we can to your stationery for the day, for example.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
There's also another LCD screen that is behind the welcome desk, and we would do the same for that.
Oh, cool.
Okay, perfect. I think we talked a little bit about this for on-site coordinating on the day of. Who would be responsible for lighting? Any questions, concerns? Who would be our go-to on the day?
So there would be 2 people. So there's always 2 staff on site. One is like a building custodian, facilities kind of staff person, like, hey, this door is stuck or this water tap is not working properly, kind of a question for them. And there will be someone from the events team. So someone from my team who has been working with you, coordinating the date, will be familiar with your file and everything that you and me have been discussing so far, for example. They would have access to all of that. So there's generally 2 people on site. So things like, hey, we're dancing, can you dim the lights? There's always someone there to do that for you.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, so would that be kind of like the same people that would be like rearranging the chairs and tables and things like that? Or, okay.
If you're using library chairs, then we would be rearranging them. If you're renting them externally, then
Yeah. Okay.
whoever you're renting from, they would be moving the things
Right.
around, basically.
Okay, perfect. I mentioned our catering company that we're interested in. So how could we direct them to the prep area? Like, do you guys collaborate at all prior to the day, or?
You would just connect them with us. And,
Okay.
you know, we will do a tour with them on site, just making sure, hey, like this is, just so they know what they're walking into.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's available, here's what's not available. We'll do that once at least with them before the event.
Perfect.
And then on the day of the event, they would have a direct phone number to call because they would be accessing the space very likely after hours as well, and they need access to the loading garage. They would have a phone number to call.
Okay,
perfect.
amazing.
That's
Okay.
great.
Awesome. And then just to further the questions on the bridal suite, so that is included with the space rental. Would the availability for it start at the same time as the lounge, like venue rental, or how does that work?
Yes, so it is available to you and included in like your $3,500 reading lounge rental price. for the same hours as the reading lounge rental, so 6 p.m. to midnight. If you would like to access that room earlier or later, then you're just paying the rental fee for that room separately.
Okay, and that room was called?
Meeting room A.
Meeting room A. Okay. Do you guys have any like platform or stage? Just very minimal, nothing crazy or like tall or anything like that? Sorry?
I don't have a riser of any kind.
No riser. That's the word. I'm like,
Riser,
what is that
platform,
one called?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I don't think we covered this last time. Is there overnight parking at the KPL parking lot?
So the parking lots are not KPL parking lots, they're City of Kitchener parking lots.
Okay.
The library doesn't own it, like, because we're a downtown location, we don't have our own parking. So both the parking garages that are nearest to us are City of Kitchener parking lots.
Okay.
So the same rates and the same sort of structures would apply like any City of Kitchener parking.
Okay.
And if you've parked overnight, they end up just charging you the maximum, which is the $15.
Right. Okay.
Does that apply for a weekend as well? Because I believe city parking is free on weekends, but
Because generally weddings are on Saturdays and the parking is free on Sundays.
right.
If you're picking up the car Monday, that might change.
I-
But I can connect, like we can ask those specific questions. to
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would leave their car all
Until
day.
Monday, no. They would pick it up
Sunday.
Sunday for sure.
Yeah.
But okay, that'll be
'Cause-
something to look at, like when we go to the parking
And it
lot,
might-
if there's any.
Yeah, it might be a question of simply registering it. Like we're in Waterloo, and I know that you can park on the street overnight if you register. So maybe we'll just look into that if that's what. Okay, perfect.
Okay, and then we were definitely interested in booking the courtyard with the lounge, just so it's not a toss up of like it might be available, it might not, for kind of photos and things. What would be the weather contingency or like backup plan if it does rain or anything like that? Like, do you have anything available for us to set up in case of a rainy day?
Are you thinking of ceremony in the courtyard? Are you thinking like just cocktail hour, like pictures and such?
Basically the latter, yeah. Cocktail and photos.
Yeah.
So the theater lobby space downstairs is typically our first backup for the courtyard space in case of bad weather.
Okay. For candles, so we're thinking of doing tea light candles for our centerpieces. So this is basically what we have, and the tea light candle would go in. Would that be, and I can send measurements if needed, but would that be doable? Like, I don't remember if there was measurements or anything.
You're gonna be fine.
Okay, we're good. For the KPL itself, indoors, outdoors, anything to do with the location and its surroundings, are there any photo or video restrictions within or outside, anywhere?
So outside, we don't control. So the same would apply to anyone, whether they were getting married in the library or not.
Right.
Inside, as long as it is after hours and during your wedding rental time, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Certain spaces will be closed. The local history room, for example, will be under lock and key. The tech spaces are usually like the studios are locked. So those will be not available to you. But otherwise, you're welcome to sneak into the stacks and take some pictures. Your photographers can access the upper floor as well if they want to take some overhead shots of the group. Those are all cool opportunities, and we'd encourage you to use the space in creative ways.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you, Vanessa?
I'm good.
The wedding coordinator here at Binghamton's, and my job is to help couples go through the whole process of getting their ceremony and reception together all the way till its completion. So I will go through all of that stuff with you. I just would like to get some information about what you're looking for. So, are you looking for ceremony and reception?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you looking for this year?
2024.
Okay, how many people do you think you're going to have?
Roughly 90, give or take.
None. Okay, that's a great number. So we have 3 spaces that would be great for that. Are you looking for like a dinner and dance?
Yeah, so we're wanting to have some catering done as like past hors d'oeuvres, not as much of a sit down formal thing.
So like trays and stuff, like all different foods that way.
Yeah, like an extended cocktail hour kind of thing.
Yeah. So we offer a lot of those options. Like we have a huge catering menu, and we have like hot hors d'oeuvres, cold hors d'oeuvres. We have reception trays. We even have what's called late night stations, but it does mean you have to do it at late night. Do you know what kind of bar you'd like to have?
Definitely open bar, and we're hopefully looking for a venue / catering that is able to do like bring your own and then just hire the bartenders.
Unfortunately, Bingaman's is not an option for that because we have the license here.
Right.
So it has to be our bar. The way we do open bar is the bartender will track the consumption throughout the event, and then they bill you at the end.
Right.
Okay.
Now, the bartender fee is $35 an hour, but if the bar makes $500 or more, then we don't charge you the bartender fee.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
So we have 3 venue spaces that would be great for your guest count. We have our embassy room. A lot of weddings like because it's secluded all on its own, and it has the pavilion beside it as well.
Yeah.
And it includes a bridal suite inside.
Okay.
The other room is our ballroom A. I always tell people to come and take a look. Tour is a really good idea because even when I send pictures, it doesn't do it justice. Then you can see how the ceremony would work and, where you would enter and all those kind of details. The floor is yours.
You mentioned the ballroom and the embassy room. What is the capacity for each of them for guests?
So the ballroom, if you pass 100 and wanting a dance floor, you're getting pretty tight.
Okay.
So, and also with doing a ceremony, I would say probably not advisable. The embassy room has capacity of 300.
Oh, okay.
But with the dance floor, like you don't want to put that many in there because you want more dance floor.
Yeah. Ballroom are in that building that has multiple rooms.
Yes.
So technically there could be other events at the same time.
Ballroom, yes.
And this is all ground floor, so I'm guessing everywhere at Bingaman's, any of the venues are wheelchair accessible?
Yes.
Okay. And you have a liquor license, yes. And there's room for a band, dance floor, all that stuff.
Yes.
What type of parking is available for each of the venues? Shared, private, or like how does that work?
So in behind the conference center, we can park up to, I think it's 2,000 people. And then when they come in, there's signage showing where your event is going on. Embassy, in behind embassy, there's lots of parking.
Oh,
okay.
Perfect.
It might be, again, shared with other events that might be happening, or...
It's possible, but that's not an issue with the amount, especially the time of year you're looking for.
Yeah.
When you're looking for September, because of Oktoberfest and everything, we run into that.
For sure.
Okay.
I'll mention, since you're talking about parking, is that your guests can leave their vehicles overnight if they need to.
For the venues, is there any decoration limits? Like, can we have candles, sparklers, pets? What's the general...
So you can have all of those, just that there's guidelines around it. So with flame, it has to be so many, I think 2 inches from the top. When it comes to like sparklers and things like that, you would just need to let me know, and then I'll let you know. Like, we do allow it to a certain extent. It just depends on what it is and how it's being done.
Right.
Okay. Pets you said are okay? We're considering maybe for ceremony.
What would happen is yes, we would. If the pet is here just for ceremony, then we would just put a small charge on your contract that if they make a mess, then you would be charged for that.
Okay. Other than that, it's just the basic, like, common sense, like, don't nail anything. Like, there's nothing with...
So you can't tape anything to the walls.
No
The only thing we allow is MacTac or that commando stuff.
Yep.
And then you can't pin anything to linens.
You were mentioning stuff can be rearranged. However, we're kind of envisioning for tables, DJ booth kind of setup layout can be...
You guys would be the ones that tell me how you would want the room arranged.
For restroom accommodations, where would those be in proximity to each of the venues?
Lots of them. So in the embassy room, they're right in the room area. And then in the conference center, there's they have access to 2 or 3 different bathroom spots. So
Okay, so
there's a
those
lot.
ones are more so in like the hallways, right?
Yes,
If we were to bring in our own catering, is that an option or no?
it is,
Okay.
but the way that works is we do a third-party surcharge.
Okay.
So
Okay.
one is for $10 per person. And what that includes is the staff to set up and tear down tables, chairs, and the linens, which are the tablecloths and napkins. Now, the other option is $26.95, and it includes what the $10 was, but it also includes chafing dishes to keep food hot. It includes the cutlery, china, glassware, all that kind of stuff. $500 deposit on the contract as well, because the caterer has access to the kitchen, and that's where they can do all their prep and their setup. They cannot cook food on site, and they cannot use warmers here, like our warmers, to keep it hot. That's their responsibility.
Okay. And out of curiosity, is that a common thing that you encounter at your venues? Or not so much?
More or less, it's the ethnic groups that do it.
Fair enough.
Because we don't offer like Ethiopian food
Sure.
or like Portuguese, but now we offer like East Indian, so they've been doing that more.
For rental time, when could the vendor set up? Or do you do like, do we choose how much time to rent it out for? Like, how does that usually look like?
So typically the venue space you rent is yours from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Okay.
that
Oh, wow.
day.
Okay. How much time would be allocated for rehearsal? You did mention that the rooms have possibilities of being booked the day prior. Would
Okay.
that be a separate
So-
rental then if we were to go there the day before?
No, so what I would advise is, say the room is rented the Friday, but it's not the Thursday. We would organize that, and rehearsal wouldn't take more than 30 minutes or to an hour.
Yeah.
So I would just, it would be like a tour time. So I would just make sure the room is available, probably put it in the schedule saying from whatever time to whatever time, and I'd leave like more time just as a buffer, and just say that you guys are using that space. No, I wouldn't charge you extra.
Okay,
Awesome.
perfect.
Oh, that's amazing.
No.
Hello guys, it's Editing Vanessa in the future. That concludes our venues episode for our Road to the Davidsons series here on my YouTube channel. I only included the 2 that we were highly considering. We did research some more that didn't end up going for the running, so stay tuned for which one we chose. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already because it's free, and I will see you guys next time.